If you've been paying attention to the Spider-Man hat, you've probably figured out by now that I'm a big fan of superheroes. Today, I want to look at 6 games that you might not have had a chance to play based on comic books.
Now, this first one is a game I'm pretty sure that most of you haven't played. This is Superman Returns: The Fortress of Solitude. Now, this was released by EA at the time that Superman Returns released in theaters, and it was released alongside the, I'm going to call it the notorious console version of the Superman Returns title, which was decidedly not good. We actually worked on this at the EA studio I worked at Tiburon, and this game I loved. Man, this was so much fun to play. It's what you see, it's Sudoku puzzles. Now, with that, there's also some side-scrolling shooters where you get to use Superman's super breath or heat vision to take out bad guys that are flying towards the Fortress of Solitude. Now, this game isn't going to win any awards, and it's not difficult, and it's certainly not groundbreaking, but I do love it for its simplicity. This was perfect for the Game Boy Advance because you could just pop it in, play for 5 minutes, and turn it off. Great for commutes. Superman Returns: Fortress of Solitude for the Game Boy Advance. Now, here's a name you're going to see a couple of times on this list with Way Forward. This is Justice League Heroes The Flash for the Game Boy Advance. This released alongside the Justice League Heroes game for PS2 and Xbox, which was absent the Flash. This game actually takes place at the same time, and they allude to it in the intro to the game with some truly interesting artwork. And this game is just a basic side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's a Game Boy Advance version, kind of like Final Fighter Streets of Rage. You go around as Flash, you beat up bad guys, and you can call in your super friends of Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, or Superman to take out big groups of bad guys, which you'll see here with Diana using her lasso of truth. I truly loved this game. It's simple and easy and tons of fun to play. And you get to use some superpowers in it. It's a good time. Justice League Heroes: The Flash for the Game Boy Advance. Now, this game here is a love letter to the Silver Age of comics. So back in the 60s, comics were kind of out of style due to the Red Scare of the 1950s, and Marvel and DC slowly started bringing classic characters back from Timely Comics and old DC Comics in new versions. And a lot of those guys responsible for that, or two of the guys responsible for that, were Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. This game draws heavily upon that. This is Freedom Force. The styles are reminiscent of Jack Kirby. The power descriptions, the writing, the humor is reminiscent of Stan Lee. And it is 100% a game that just dives into the Silver Age of comics and loves every second of it. The game is, as I said, a real-time strategy game. It's a little bit slower paced than most superhero games you're going to find, which is kind of refreshing, to be honest with you. You've got to fight the Red Menace and the most stereotypical bad guys of any 1960s comic. Freedom Force for PC, available on Steam. Now here's one for the Xbox 360. This is Captain America Super Soldier. This also released on the PS3. This is a third-person action platforming adventure game. It kind of touches a lot of bases here. This game is a ton of fun. I wish I had known about this when it released. I just discovered this recently. And you play as Captain America from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and not just a version of him. You actually... It's Chris Evans. Like, it's his voice, it's his character model, or his appearance as the character model. And, if you look at it here, it's even got his fighting style from the film. There's slowdown when he's making big attacks, lots of great ricochets and deflections with the shield, and you can even throw the shield and use it as a weapon, which is perfect. I really wish I knew about this when it released, like I said, because I've truly enjoyed my time with it. If you enjoy the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Captain America Super Soldier is a game for you. Xbox 360 and PS3. Next up, unfortunately, here's one you're not going to be able to get, although there are rumors and speculation that it's going to be coming back out again based on some tweets between Universal and Ubisoft. But this is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. If you're a fan of the Scott Pilgrim comics, you'll know immediately that this is 100% Brian Lee O'Malley drawings sprung to life. And if you've only ever seen the film, you're still going to love this because it's got all your favorite characters from it as well. This is just a wonderful little game. It is truly inspired by River City Ransom for the NES, if you've ever played that. And if you haven't, please do, because it's wonderful. But yeah, you get to play as Scott, Ramona, I think Randall, and then my personal favorite, Kim Pine here. who is the drummer for Sex Bomb. And this game's wonderful. It's just a simple beat 'em up. You've got superpowers. Each character has a special signature power they can use. You can pick up weapons. And yeah, it's wonderful. Unfortunately not available, but hopefully soon. All right, final game on the list is my favorite, and there's that name again, Way Forward. This is Batman the Brave and the Bold for the Wii. Yeah, a Wii game with full-on motion controls and everything. Now, this game just is the animated series sprung to life. It's beautiful. Hand-drawn animation, gorgeous cinematics throughout, and just big, bombastic, wild attacks and crazy coin explosions as you go. You're able to call in assists in this game from different heroes, like here's Black Lightning, which is awesome, who electrocutes a bunch and you charge him up by using motion controls. And there's even super-powered attacks that Batman and Robin can use. You can play as Batman or Robin. And this is, again, just a side-scrolling beat-em-up, so it's not a groundbreaking game by any stretch of the imagination, but boy howdy is this game beautiful and tons of fun to play. Well worth tracking down if you've got a Wii or a Wii U because it just plays beautifully, it looks great, and it's a ton of fun.
Every superhero deserves a good secret origin. That's what I was hoping to get across with this video, is giving you 6 games that are kind of secrets, either through circumstance, like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, or just being unaware of them, like Superman in the Fortress of Solitude. What's your favorite superhero game? Let me know in the comments down below, and 50 style points if you name something not from LEGO, Insomniac, or Rocksteady. We'll be back next week, so if you enjoy what we do here, please do like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're interested. And until then, play more games, do more of what you love, and we'll talk to you soon.